penalty you got this week. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all just still searching for consistency, whatever that might be, and just kind of lean on their judgment.
Denny, explain your tweet from last night during the truck race.
Yeah, it's just disappointing to see the 42 kind of take a couple swipes at guys. I think if it was first time, it'd be one thing, but it looks like he's kind of a repeat offender on that.
If you could sit down with him, what would you tell him?
Yeah, right rear hooking's not the way, that's for sure.
Do you think that 2 laps, you sit there for 2 laps, was enough, or do you think they should?
Listen, it's a step in the right direction. I think when they see something egregious like that, absolutely, it's a step in the right direction. Yeah, at least it's something for sure.
What are your opinion on the TV ratings? Is it actually where they've been at this year? Obviously, been lower than people thought.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of room we can improve on a lot of fronts. I think that I think the on-track product's been about what it's been in other years. I can't say it's better or worse. I mean, maybe a little better on the short track stuff. A lot of this stuff you really can't see from the TV standpoint, but we can get better with everything. Educating the fans and production, all that can all be better.
Go ahead.
As a team owner, are you hearing it from sponsors or anything about, hey, what's going on here? Why are less people watching?
No, I haven't personally. No.
What did you think of the wet weather tires last night? Would you be, if it rains tomorrow, would you be willing to put them on and race under green?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that the instance of what they put them on was kind of a perfect scenario for them, where they could versus trying to spend a half hour getting weepers dried out and up against the curb that could take 30 minutes. It really, I think from the very beginning they said that this is the tire that can get them back to racing 20-30 minutes early, and I thought that it did that. Certainly it seemed like when the track was fully damp, they weren't really comfortable with running them in those conditions, which I probably agree with.
Kyle said that he wishes they had gone maybe 30 minutes earlier, tested that, and then maybe more in the rain to test it, so that you guys have a better thought of what may happen at New Hampshire or somewhere like that. I mean, is that kind of the same thought process?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we've seen NASCAR's comfortability scale, and it looks like they're comfortable when it's pretty much dry. You just don't have to work on these little extra areas. That's where they're going to be comfortable putting those tires on. Again, is it worth the game? I know that it did take a long time to switch back over, then switch back over again. What's the net of that? I'm not really entirely sure, but I stayed up and watched.
Would you be more in favor of it being like IndyCar racing, where each team decides when they want to go wet or dry?
Sure. Yeah, you could do that one. We've done that before with wet weather tires, or Watkins Glen, the Roval at times, where I think most teams probably would have started in the dry tires yesterday. But the encouraging part I saw was that tire had fall off. It fell off a second and a half in 25 laps. We're estimating 2/10 in 30 laps on the Cup car today.
When a driver like your caliber stops winning as much, and you kind of go through that long period of not winning, what's that like? What's it do to your psyche?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't think you're capable, then it can take its toll on you. I mean, we've been marred by, we keep extensive stats and analytics of where we really are as a team, regardless of what one column may say. Our win capability has been the same. We just don't execute very well. Once we get out front, we don't control races. We get to pit road and it's just not been good. And so that was a struggle last year. It was well documented. JGR teams last year struggled on pit road, especially controlling races. And today, that's what really decides who wins these races.
But even going back to 2018, right? When you go for your first full season without winning, what does that do for you?
Well,
you go back and watch clips. You kind of remind yourself, hey, I can still do this.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you, I certainly had doubts in 2018 for sure. Then I come in with Chris, and all of a sudden just fires right back up, right? And I think that a lot of that is we just kind of got the jump on kind of the analytics and stuff, and really started diving into areas where we could get better. So we just found an edge on the competition early. Now, that's something that everyone does.